Well, good day, Dragons fans. I'm Big T, and this is the Mad Dragons podcast, Teamless Tuesday, where we keep driving into them over and over until something eventually gives. This week, we're heading down to the national capital. It's icy, it's unforgiving, and it's GIO Stadium, where the mighty St George Dragons take on the Canberra Raiders this Sunday. Now, look, Canberra might lead the head-to-head 26-14, but that's just numbers. That's just numbers. What actually matters, when we met them last time, which was down in Wollongong, we stood tall and took the win 18-12. And earlier that year, we travelled to Canberra and pushed them all the way, 28-24 in a thriller. So don't let old stats fool you. This matchup is always tight, always fiery, and always there for the taking. Both teams roll into this one with just one win from their last six, which means desperation is sky high. Canberra will try to turn into a grind, but the Dragons know how to rise when the pressure hits. This kind of game, where attitude matters more than ladder position, last and second last. And the Red V have shown they can bring the spark when it counts. The cold won't bother us. The crowd won't shake us. And the Raiders, well, they know who we are. They know what we can do. So the Dragons are sharp with intent. So buckle up, Dragons fans. It's Sunday footy. It's cold. It's Canberra. And it's perfect for a Dragons statement. So blow that wrestle whiff, ref. Let's kick off the show. All right, guys. Welcome to the Mad Dragon podcast. Tonight we've got Scoop as usual. How are you, Scoop?
Good, thanks, Big T. Your normal Tuesday co-host as usual.
Yeah, that's right. Muzza, probably for the first time this year. How are you, mate?
Hey, Big T. Hey, good to be back.
I know.
It's been a while,
we've
mate.
missed you,
Had
mate.
a bit on, but
We've missed you. We've missed you. And Youngie's back again. Youngie knows what Tuesday night's all about.
That's me. How are we all?
We're all good. And Joe, how are you, mate? You're here? You're here to join us? No, we haven't got Joe.
How do you?
And Alistair, our Canberra fan. How are you, mate? You're from Queanbeyan?
I am from Queanbeyan, mate, which is Tasmania to Canberra. That Tasmania is to the entirety of Australia. Technically New South Wales, but it's Canberra enough. Like back in the day,
right.
Seaford Oval, that's where the Raiders used to call home. So, yeah, Canberra enough.
Canberra enough. And tell us a bit about yourself. What do you do in your life in your spare time?
Disability support work's my main thing. So, I help different
hear
people
Big T.
fulfill whatever goals or hobbies it is that they might have, which is nice. Also do a bit of broadcast work as well for Fox. I've actually run the sideline a few times at a few Raiders home games, which is good. Don't tell anyone this, but I actually also set up comms for the bunker every now and then as well. I've got no sway over any results or anything. I do like the work that I do, but yes, unfortunately, my power is very limited. Otherwise, yes, I would have rigged a lot of games by now. The Raiders would have won 4 comps in a row. So.
I want to learn how the bunker works.
What was that, Scoop?
Yeah, I want to learn how the bunker works.
You want to learn? Maybe you can get with Alistair and you can chat off show. All right, we've got Alistair here. So why don't we? Oh, actually, I've got to do this first. I'm sorry. I've got to do this.
All right, Dragons fans, before we rip into this week's game, let's talk about a local business that absolutely knows how to get the job done. If you're running a warehouse, moving locations, upgrading your storage, or staring down the barrel of a lease make good, you need the team at Complete Warehouse Solutions. These guys aren't some big city outfit who don't know the area. They're family owned, based right here in Lake Illawarra, servicing the Illawarra and beyond. And when they say complete, they mean complete. New warehouse fit out, they'll measure it, design it, supply it, and install your pallet racking and shelving properly. Safe, compliant, and built to last. Relocating, they'll dismantle your racking, transport it, and rebuild it at the new site so you're back up and running faster than a Dragon's backline shift. End of lease and the landlord wants it back to bare bones? No dramas. They'll strip it out, repair it, repaint it, clean it, leave it looking like you were never there. And here's the smart bit. They even buy back quality used racking and storage systems. So instead of wasting money, you might actually put some back in your pocket. It's tough work, it's hands-on, it's industrial, and it's done by locals who take pride in doing it right. So if your warehouse needs muscle, experience, and a team that won't muck you around, get onto Complete Warehouse Solutions. Because just like the Dragons, when the pressure's on, you want the right team beside you. Complete Warehouse Solutions, your one-stop shop for getting the job done.
Yeah, well, there you go. Complete Warehouse Solutions. Thanks to Jeff for all his effort. Give him a call on 4257 1930 or 0417 223 409. Or contact Jeff at completews.com.au. There you go. I think Joe's given us some feedback there. So say good day to some of our people that are joining us. Grant Ryer,
Good evening, everyone.
Paul Wiseman, and Joe. How are you, mate?
Can you hear me, Big T?
I've got you. I think everyone else has got you too.
I got you.
All right, how are you guys?
Hey, Joe.
Hello. Some technical
Hey,
issues. I apologise.
Technical issues with everyone. It's supposed to make life easier, isn't it? This computer stuff make life easier, but it doesn't. So let's go into this. Just soap and candles needs. Okay, we've got our special guest, our Canberra Raiders supporter. If you can see that, Alistair, do you want to read through your team?
So Kyo Weeks in the one, Sevilio Tamale and Xavier Savage on the wing, Simi Sasangi, Colt Hero, and Matt Timoko in the centres. Our halves are Ethan Squared, Ethan Strange and Ethan Sanders. Front row, Corey Horsburgh, Captain Joe Tarpanay, starting hooker Owen Paddy. Edges are Hudson Young and Zach Hosking, and then ball-playing lock forward is Jaden Brayley. Our interchange bench is Tom Starling, Adam Mariotta, Morgan Smithy, Sebastian Chris, Chevy Stewart, Jake Clydesdale, and then extended bench is Kobe Black, Jed Stewart, my favourite player of all time, and then Vena Patuki Case. There we go.
Jed Stewart, the coach's son, isn't he?
Absolutely, he is.
Absolutely.
Not to be confused with Chevy Stewart, who is not the coach's son. But, yeah.
There you go. Well, the first question I want to ask you, how much is Canberra missing Big Papa and Fogarty?
Well, I mean, all you really have to do is look at the table last year compared to how it is right now, you know. Same with the bench. I think the bench is another key area to look at as well. The only real main battler that I can think of from a forward impact standpoint is Adam Mariotta. Morgan Smithies, when he came over here at the start of 2024, he did a lot of playing in that 13 role. But last year, what we had done, it's actually what we started doing towards the end of 2024, is we had Papa coming off the bench, which really helped those periods where Tarpanay was off the field. And I think a lot of Raiders fans will be able to tell you that generally when things start to go pear-shaped, it's when either Tarpanay or Big Papa aren't on the field. So I think, we're definitely missing his presence, from the forward standpoint. And then Fogarty, all you need to do is look at his kicking game. He's, kicking 40-20 for fun. He's also got a lot of maturity about his game as well that I'd imagine is contagious to the other players as well. Because if you look at the amount of errors we're making this year by comparison to last year, we're dropping the ball like we're getting told to, sort of thing. So I think while we're also missing Fogarty's kicking game, I do think his maturity and seniority as a player is also sort of trickling down to some of the younger guys, because we've got a very, very young spine. I think Weeks, Strange and Sanders, between the three of them, there's less than 150 games between them, so very, very young spine. So I think not having that senior figure there is a lot more obvious than it otherwise would have been.
They're all under 25, aren't they? They got those guys.
I don't even think they're allowed to drive, mate. They're all bloody.
Pretty funny. Yes. I like Corey Horsburgh. He's such a passionate player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's good, Big Red. He's one of
He is.
our cult heroes. We had a hot dog at GIO Stadium named after him a few years ago. It was like a green bun, had more toppings than you need. Like, it probably wasn't safe for humans to eat. But yeah, no. When he's good, Big Red.
He is. He is. Okay, you touched on this a bit earlier, but how do you rate the season so far for the Raiders?
Yeah, not good, especially by comparison to last year. I guess it's sort of a little bit similar to last year in the sense that I can't really believe what's going on, except, for different reasons. I was very surprised with how we went last year. I thought, I know that the question was about this year, but I thought last year there were the seeds planted for it at the tail end of 2024. We had 2 great wins against Penrith and the Roosters, and then we had that game against you guys with, as you mentioned, Corey Horsburgh did that pesky little chip kick to himself to steal it right at the end or whatever. But this year there's just, I don't know, the first game that we had against Manly, I thought to myself, okay, we're on here. I remember there was this one moment, Kyo Weeks, he set up this great try for Jordan Martin where he was just, dancing along the field, cheeky little pass, storms down, scores. I was like, that's great. That's a long-range try. That reminds me of last year. But then, it's just gone awry, I suppose that ties back to what I was saying about the maturity of Jamal Fogarty. We don't have that voice that's constantly on the field. But it's not good. In a weird way, I think we're still doing some things all right. It's just not, working as well as we probably need it to be. But right.
So I was going to ask about what's gone missing from the Canberra spark construction. You're talking about the spine, and that is a very young spine. And it's a spine you're going to have for a long time in the future, even adding Jaden Brayley.
Good old Jaden Brayley. Yeah. Well, this spine, we sort of had a look at it last year. It was a game against the Roosters at Allianz Stadium. Fogarty did something with his groin or whatever, and Tom Starling got suspended for trying to kill Chanel Harris-Tavita the week before. So, we went in with Weeks, Strange, Sanders, and Owen Paddy, right? And, we managed to win the game, which was pretty nice. And the way that they played then, I feel like it was a little bit different to how we're going about business this year, which is probably an indication of how well our forward pack is going, because it's like the age-old thing. It's like forwards decide who wins the game, and then halves decide by how much or whatever. So the thing with this spine is it's young. They're going to make mistakes and everything. They're going to be down on confidence when things aren't going too well. But I think the longer that they are together, the more success they're going to see, particularly now that Owen Paddy is starting games, because at the start of the year, much to the ire of Raiders fans, which you'd see in every comment section on Facebook or whatever, it was like, oh, where's Owen Paddy? Complaining about Jaden Brayley being there. And I think him now being here in this latter half of the season, it's, maybe they were onto something, all those couch coaches. But...
we're always onto something, us couch coaches. All right, let's talk about this game. What is your confidence level going into this game with recent form? Like, you guys have had 1 from 6 with a bye in the middle there, and we've had 1 from 5.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I don't know how to feel. I've sort of, it was a weird thing where, during the game we had against Parramatta where we hadn't scored at all, I sort of had resigned. I was like, all right, we suck. And then the bastards roped me back in by scoring 2 late tries and making it seem like we could win and everything. And then again with Melbourne, we blitzed them at the start, and I was like, oh, cool, we're on here. And then they, made me really sad when we lost. I honestly don't know. I think the Dragons are due a win, because it's not like you guys have been playing poorly by any means. I thought, because it was Newcastle that you had last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, lost that on conversions. You towed the Broncos up a few weeks prior as well.
Newcastle without Pongia, though.
That's true. I think Newcastle's one of the like most daunting places to play, just because of their fan base is very passionate and loud and everything like that. And if they can get a roll on, they'll be real nasty. But yeah, I'm not too sure how to feel about this game, to be honest. I mean, Spoon Bowl, 16th to 17th. So, yeah, I really wish I had more for you. But, yeah, I really don't know how to feel. I do have some confidence from Simi Sasangi returning. I think that should be good. Glad that Owen Paddy is, presumably starting once again. So there's a little bit more consistency with the spine that might bleed over from our good start last week. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah. GIO Stadium. It used to be a fortress for you guys. Is it still a home ground advantage down there?
I think now that we're getting into the colder months of the year, if there is a home advantage, this is when we're going to be having it. You mentioned, frosty old Canberra earlier in your little intro, and this was actually the first morning of the year that we had frost. I was like, it's a little bit longer than normal to get here. So, yeah, maybe the cold will, do its thing, but also, our stadium gets a bit of a rap about how much, about how slummy it can be sometimes, with how it needs to be improved and everything. So maybe that's where the psychological advantage comes from. You're a away team, you come into the stadium, you go like, oh, this place sucks. Why are we playing rugby league here? It sort of demotivates you or something. That's probably why Manly do so well at Brookvale, because it's like, why are we playing in a backyard,
I've been to a few games up there. I quite like that stadium, which might sound odd, but yeah, I'm down in Melbourne.
Yeah, I've been to GIO as well. It's a concrete bowl. Everything's concrete.
I have mentioned to people that I like how you descend into it, walk down the stairs to go into this pit that's in the earth. It's nice.
There's a comment from one of our watchers there from Muhammad Dib. Is Ricky under pressure?
Absolutely not. In no stretch of the imagination is he under pressure. He's great in cahoots with the board. No one wants to come to Canberra to replace him, and he's contracted until 2029, and he's very clearly said that we're rebuilding. I think the likes of Hudson Young and Ethan Strange are very unlikely to stay if Ricky leaves. One of the main things that Hudson Young has spoken about is how much he feels like he owes Ricky for sticking with him through that period in 2019 where he was poking people's eyes for fun. I can understand outside looking in thinking that Ricky should be under pressure because of all the scrutiny that Sydney-based coaches get. But you've got to remember that if you think signing players to come down to Canberra is hard, I imagine signing coaches is even harder as well. The last big signing that we had was, I don't know, Danny Levi or something, I can't even remember who our last big signing was. Maybe Sia Soliola or Josh Hodgson or something like that. But yeah, I do not think Ricky is under pressure, but I can understand it being frustrating if you're another team supporter, seeing your guys getting lampooned by Fox League, and then Ricky's, sitting 16th, and they don't seem to say anything about him.
And referees' decisions. What matchups are you looking forward to in this game?
I'm looking forward to the 6 and the 7. Ethan Strange, Ethan Sanders versus Dan Atkinson and Kyle Flanagan. I'm always interested to see how Sanders responds to different levels of halfbacks, right? Because we had Nathan Cleary come to town a couple of weeks ago and teach him a lesson. And I think the last time you guys came to Canberra, as you mentioned in the start, you guys played really, really well. I thought Kyle Flanagan had a great game. He was doing all sorts of good stuff. He did that little chip kick over to Sloan to, tie almost tie the game up and everything. And then when we played you in Wollongong as well, he played fantastically. The conditions, it was pouring rain, it was terrible, but he played it perfectly. And then Dan Atkinson, if I'm not mistaken, the last time he was here, it was when he was with Cronulla and they towed us up 40-0 or something like that. So I'm very curious to see how the halves will go against one another as well. I'm interested to see if Holmes is as washed as I keep reading that he is. I'm sure if he decides to turn the quarterback, this will be the game of all games that he does it. But
he can't
I'm not sure. Emre Guler, former Raiders legend. Let's see if any of our guys are anything to say to him or anything like that, you know.
Yeah. I asked you before the show, could you tell us a little bit about Owen Paddy, one of your spine members? Tell us a little bit about him, where he's from, his history.
If I'm not mistaken, he's from Queensland, and I think he's had a bit to do with that. Queensland. I think he's
Had to be a reason, wasn't there, Big T?
There had to be a reason, mate.
Secret agenda.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that he was in camp with like Harry Grant or something like that, and he was asking him questions, and Grant said that the sorts of questions that he was being asked showed the signs of a really intelligent, keen-eyed footballer, which I think definitely reflects on how he plays and everything like that. Because you'll see him, like, you know, doing those short little darts from dummy half to try and, you know, force the referee's hand to do one of those accursed set restarts. He's got a great kicking game as well. I mentioned that Roosters game last year. He kicked an absolute perler of a 40-20, so he's got a really good boot on him. And yeah, like just around the club as well, Jared Croker, he's on, like, you know, that, I think it's SEN or whatever radio show he's on. He mentioned last year as well that Owen Paddy had really impressed him in the preseason last year. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of expectation for Owen Paddy around the club, which is good. And then, yeah, even as I was saying before about how I do bunker work sometimes, like I'm, you know, in the dugout at GIO, I'm eavesdropping on the club officials and the conversations they're having. Like even they were talking about him before Vegas last year as well. I was like, ooh, this is a good inside scoop. And I tried to sell my knowledge for thousands of dollars, but no one really cared that much. So, no.
And another question, why will he sign for the Dragons?
Pity.
Pity. Thank you very much.
Good.
All right, guys. Anybody else got questions for Alistair?
Yeah, I do, Big T.
Go on, son.
It's about players off contract at the end of the season.
What are you supposed to do for me?
Big T, just wait and listen.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, to the special guest, I've kind of forgot your name, so I got dyslexia. So,
that's
two
all right,
of the
mate.
players off contract, you got Michael Schumer, Jake Clydesdale, Mariota, Papali'i, we already know he's not going to be with you guys next year. Finaptuki Case, Smithies, Tamale, and Tomoko are a few of the players named off contract. Yeah, any of those guys going to be resigned, be staying at your club apart from Papali'i?
I imagine the club will make efforts for Adam Mariota just because he's good for the culture of the team and everything. He goes absolutely feral during the team song. I mean, I know that singing the team song doesn't guarantee you, you know, a life deal or anything like that, because wasn't Jack DeBellin the
yeah.
So and he's obviously over at Parramatta now. I know that a few Raiders fans, there was a little bit of it was a bit up in the air about Matt Timoko, so I'm not sure if he will survive the purge, if you will. Sevilio Tamale, he's shown plenty of promise. I'll be very surprised if we let him go. And then
Ex-Dragon, by the way.
Michael Asmua, another. Oh, sorry, you go, mate.
Ex-Dragon, by the way.
Ex-Dragon.
Yeah. He played the one game in 2024, and then we snatched him up. Debuted in Vegas, played great.
Good.
Did you, Scoop? Did you say Michael Asamoah was another one, mate? Or?
Yes.
Yeah. So again, outside back, I imagine between him and Timoko, if one of those goes, the other might stay. But the thing is with as I was saying before, with it being up in the air about Timoko, is he's, you know, gotten the nod ahead of Sebastian Chris this weekend. So, yeah, I'm not sure if Ricky just values Seb Chris's, you know, bench cover instead of the starting outside back. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. You never know. But it's like you said with Big Papa being gone, I dare say that frees up a decent chunk of our salary cap. So, yeah, I guess we'll see how we go.
And also the other few players I must have glanced over too quick. Chevy Stewart and Fina Patuki Case.
Patuki Case, he's got a few. I think he's only played the one or two games already. So I think maybe we'll see a little bit more from him this year before the club comes to a decision. And then Chevy Stewart, again, like outside back. So I suppose the way it falls for some of the other ones will sort of determine his fate in regards to staying in green. But I wouldn't be too shocked if Mal and the Perth Bears try to snatch a few of these fellas up for next year. Is next year the Perth Bears, or I never know?
Yeah, next year's the Perth.
Yeah, cool.
And Jake Clydesdale and Morgan Smithies, those are the last two players off contract as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ricky did prioritise retaining Smithies, just because he likes having that sort of senior figure amongst a younger team, and that's probably where the desire to sign Jaden Brayley came from, and to play him at the start of the year instead of Owen Paddy, because it's like I was saying in regards to experience, we'd just lost Jamal Fogarty, so I think the thinking was have Jaden Brayley there. He's played a decent chunk of footy, so having him there was probably a way to balance the experience lost with Fogarty. So same sort of thing. Puffer's going, keep Morgan around because he's had a few years here to help guys like Patuki Case, Joe Roddy as well. All those sorts of players are going to need a bit of a senior voice. So I think Smithies will be around here, yes. Although now that I've said that, he's gone. Have fun. You guys can have him.
Muzzy, you got a question for Alistair?
Yeah, Alistair, how are you, mate?
Good, mate.
Look, just a little bit off topic. You touched on Seaford Oval there when you first started there. I actually played a game there back in '84, under 16 Australian Championships against the ACT. So
very nice.
What's become of Seaford Oval, mate? I remember it. We came down from Darwin, and it was in the middle of July. So that was really nice in the cold, in there, and we wanted to wear track pants, but they wouldn't let us.
Yeah, I can imagine it'd be definitely very cold if you're coming from there. But Seaford Oval will still get some use. Like just this Saturday, just gone, the Raiders NRLW side, they had one of their trial matches against the Knights. Didn't get the win, but it's still good to be playing at the ground. They do open training sessions there sometimes, the men's squad. It was really funny. Like, when players see an obstruction, they throw their arms up and stuff like that. They were doing an opposed training session, and Corey Horsburgh, he's complaining in training about obstructions and stuff like that. I'm just like, mate, come on. And then, a few trial games as well. If I'm not mistaken, we played the Cowboys there, 2024. So, it still gets some NRL focus. I think the Queanbeyan Blues, they probably do a fair bit there as well. And then I guess its other main role, Seaford Oval, is when drive past it and I'm with someone from out of town. I'm like, oh, the Raiders used to play there, and they're like, okay.
Bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's certainly closer to the city. It's a shame it couldn't be there.
It is.
They did it up.
I do sort of like the GIO Stadium, in the bush capital is just in the bush. There's a bit of appeal to it, I think.
These are out in the sticks, so it's a bit of a hike.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it is. Joe, have you got a question for Alistair about the Canberra game?
No, I just wanted to say good luck, and hopefully we can get another win this year. And I think against Canberra was probably, as Alistair said, probably our best chance. Our next win will probably come against Canberra because of their form recently. So, but I just think their outside backs are a little bit classier and better than our outside backs. And I don't know if you agree with me or not, Alistair, but your backs are amazing. And I think we just got you on the forwards. That's about it.
Yeah, I think when you look at Clint Gutherson and Valentine Holmes these days, you sort of think retirement home sort of areas, but it's like I was saying before with Fogarty and those other guys, it's also experience as well. So hopefully for the men in green at least, we catch you guys on an off day. But Setu too, he's been a pretty exciting player to watch as a neutral, and Tyrell Sloan, he also comes up with something pretty crazy every now and then too. So hopefully for us it's not on the weekend, but yeah, we'll see. And then just in regards to the forwards, I asked a Dragon supporting mate of mine, like if there had to be a pity origin pick from each team, like who from the Dragons would get picked. And he did say Toby Couchman, so I'll be keeping an eye on Toby Couchman for that. So
look out for Stuart and Egan. Stuart and Dylan Egan. Amazing.
Yeah, true.
And Ryan
Good
Couchman
nice,
and Loco Pacifica Tonga and Jacob Little and
They're only shining hope.
they are.
Boys.
I'm a fan of Little's work. I will. I'll get a little bit nervous whenever he's running it, doing something pesky. But yes, I do agree about Little.
Yeah. Coco, welcome to the show, my dear. You've popped on. You come to say good day. With you being a daughter of a Canberra supporter, have you got any questions for Alistair?
I just want to ask, because like Canberra's like really like a family favorite, because my dad loves your team, and you guys have a really good like number one Koa Wicks. He's like, his speed and the way he plays the game is phenomenal. And I think, how do you feel as a fan going from being minor like the minor premiers last year, like nearly getting that one game, to now coming to like the 16th and you have to play us who's 17th? How are you as a fan with you, like going to the game, supporting a team? Are you still passionate? Are you still eager to stay a Raider?
Yeah, absolutely. I joke like, oh, I don't care, like they lose or whatever. But no, as soon as that whistle blows and we kick off, I'm like, all right, my blood turns green, I bleed green. Yeah, it is definitely it's a bit of a whiplash going from the excitement of like that Broncos final last year, thinking we'd had it, and now like you flash forward to now, it's like, all right, let's go pray to God we can beat the team coming last, sort of thing. You know,
I totally get it.
Definitely a bit of a whiplash, because I generally like to like get real hyped up and everything like that, but it's like, what's there to get excited about if we do win? Like, it's the team. Like it's the spoon bowl basically, but no, like I imagine once we're in the trenches and it's all, when battle begins, I will be very excited and passionate and be doing my best to cheer the Raiders home. So yeah.
That's good. Who is your all-time favorite Raider fan? Player. Who's your all-time? Yep. Yes.
It's a bit of a cop-out answer, but yeah, Jared Croker. Like his I remember like his 300th game. Like I had a mate. I still have him. He's still my friend, I hope. I don't know. He lives in New Zealand. And it was when Ricky rested Croker like the week before his 300th, so it would be at home. I messaged my mate and I was like, hey man, are you coming over or what? And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, come on, man. So like I drove up to Sydney, got him from the airport. We went to Croker's 300th. We ended up losing to the Warriors, but yeah, I don't know. Like there was just something about that game. It made me so happy that someone who stuck with the club, didn't take offers from any Sydney teams or anything like that, had overcome so much hurdle with injury as well. Got to play his 300th at home. That was it was a good week. It was a good week. I enjoyed that one. Obviously, it would have been a lot better if we'd won, but very special player. Sort of typified what the club's about. And yes, Jared Croker.
Thank you for that. I do like your team, and it's scary because you've got that speed, and like you talk about, like we've got Holmes and Gutho who aren't playing well, but you've got Ethan Strange who's origin level at the moment, and you've got Big Red too. I do hold your team. It's going to be a close game, but I hope the Dragons do get a win. Like I'm hoping for a second win somewhere in the season. So, and like I said, it's dad versus daughter, so any win against you guys is happy for me.
Yeah, well, my deador and my uncle, they're both St. George fan. Or my deador was a St. George fan, and my uncle still is. So, like, whenever there's a neutral game, I'll be like, "Oh, come on, Dragons, you can win it for them or whatever." But then, yeah, when we come up against you guys can go to hell as far as I'm concerned.
So, is there something in the pipeline about a new stadium in Canberra?
Oh, it's never going to happen. Like there's a lot of politics about it. The answer is until we win a comp, we're not getting anything. So yeah.
Too funny. And
I think they'll have to though. So if just touching on that, I can see it happening. they're pretty much doing up all the stadiums around the grounds, and I think Canberra might be getting close to. It's getting pretty old, so I can see it
it's
happening.
definitely up there. Yeah, I don't know where they're going to put it. Like I was mentioning before, like when people come to visit from out of town, I'm like, oh, there's Seaford Oval, but like I'll take them to the top of Mount Ainslie, which is our one of our mountains here in Canberra. Look down, there's a really nice view of the city. You got the lake, Parliament House, the War Memorial. I think to myself, a new stadium would be really nice, but it's probably going to ruin this view if we put it somewhere around here, like some people are suggesting. So yeah, I'm not too sure of the politics.
If they did decide to do up Seaford, you could still play at Bruce. Would if they bulldozed it and put some money, would it be the right site? Do you think still?
Seaford, did you say? Or
yeah. Because that'd be more convenient location, I think.
Yeah, I think if they were to do that, because we've got like a light rail project going on right now that's sort of connecting like the different districts of the city or whatever. I think we'd need to get the light rail down into Queanbeyan before that was practical. Because there's barely any parking around Seaford Oval, which is probably one of the main issues of GIO when we're going well. So it's not an issue this year because no one really wants to go to the games or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know if that would be too.
It's a little bit like the Titans ground. I don't know if anyone's ever been to the Titans home games on the Gold Coast, but out of the Gold Coast, a good 20-minute drive out into the sticks. There's almost nothing around it. So when you come out of the ground, you kind of got to go catch a bus back to the city. Whereas where I live in Melbourne, you got Amy Park. It's just everything's around it. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's one of the main
Park.
things.
Even if you're not on a storm, it's probably a feature ground to go out.
Same with Suncorp.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Suncorp's
another one.
The infrastructure around Suncorp and Amy Park as well. Like I've been to Amy Park once. It was for the 2022 finals where we managed to knock them out, which was really good. But like that walk down the river, like from the main area of the city and everything, like they were like, there were markets going on there as well. So if I wanted to grab like a good feed afterwards, I could have done that. I think the game day experience in Melbourne is fantastic. Like I've only been there once, and it was probably heavily tilted by the fact that we won a finals game and knocked the Storm out. But like even ignoring that, I thought it was great. Public transport's readily available in Melbourne, very walkable. I think it's a great stadium.
Yeah, I went to Seaford too. That's not a bad stadium, but Canberra Stadium. Players go down. It's just a cold old place.
Yeah.
And is it? Do the away team have to walk like 3 kilometres to get from their dressing room to the ground? There's a bit of a walk, isn't there?
Their dressing room's closer than the Raiders.
Oh, is it?
Like right in front of the tunnel or whatever.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So if anything, you guys should have the advantage. If anything, so.
All right. Finally, before we let you go, give us a prediction. First try scorer for the Raiders, and give us something strange that's going to happen.
Simi Sasangi will score the first try for the Raiders, and the crowd will break out into the "Oh, Simi Sasangi" chant, which is a product of Sydney Milk Syndicate. Very good. Yeah. Something strange that will happen. Ethan Strange will score a try as well, and everyone will be like, "Oh, that's strange that he scored," because obviously that's the most basic and funny pun that people can come up with. So,
playing out of his skin this year. I think he was stiff to miss out on Origin, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what Loz is thinking, but that's all right. I'll leave the thinking to him and complaining to me. So,
yeah. And I suppose you're a New South Welshman, are you?
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to say New South Wales in the third. All right. We'll let you go after that. We don't want to hear any more about New South Wales till a bit later when I talk about Queensland.
Of course you do, Big T.
Thanks for joining us, mate. You've been absolutely fantastic. Hopefully we can do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure one of us will host a home final that the other will be in later this year. We'll draw on the weekend and both win every game for the rest of the year. And then we'll have a home final at Cogra or something.
That's lovely. I love that. That's great.
All right.
All right, mate. Thanks for
having
joining
me,
us.
guys. Good luck. Hopefully, no injuries on the weekend.
Yeah, I won't tell you good luck, but good luck anyway. And we'll see you maybe next year.
Enjoy. Thank you very much. Up the milk.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, Alistair.
Thanks, Alistair.
All right.
He was a nice,
so if
he
you're
was a nice
watching on
guy.
YouTube, please like.
Scoop's got something to say. Listen to Scoop.
All right.
It's a
If
crow.
you fans are watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications because we might be dropping some videos weekly, daily, monthly. So please, if you're watching on YouTube, click the little bell icon in when it has down there to get all notifications. If you're watching on Facebook, share it to your friends, family. Like what Big T says, share to your mothers, your grandmothers, your nannies,
That's it,
and
mate.
all those lot out there. If you're on Spotify, please like our pod on Spotify and any other platforms that we have.
That's it.
Please like and share to your friends.
Thanks, Scoop. We'll get that down. We'll get that down more pat next time. And don't forget, these girls will be joining us on Sunday's show, Maddie Mulhall and Trinity Tionier, along with John Fidel from Excel Sports Management.
Hey,
they'll be on.
I can't be on next week, but when you see John Fidel, tell him Joe Hickory said Sarah 80. He'll know what that means.
Sarah 80. I'll write that down.
Yeah, he'll know.
I'll write that down. And he'll know what that means.
John's a personal friend of mine.
All right, sweet, no worries. I'll say Joe said good day. And Alistair, he was great. Thanks for coming on. Okay, we've done the Canberra side of it. We talked about the Canberra team. Now it's time to talk about these fellas. Muzza, can you run us through the Dragons lineup?
Yeah, okay. So from the back, Captain Courageous, Clint Gutherson, Sedu and Tyrell Sloan on the wings. Matt Fenoy and Valentine can't kick a goal Holmes in the centres. Atco, Flanagan are our halves again. Loco and Toby in the front row with Damien Cook at hooker. Dylan, Hamish and Ryan Cowsman round out the pack there. Little, Gula, Kerr, Leilua, Halangahu, and Tagaris. Okay, that's changed a little bit since I saw it. On the bench, extended bench, King Tongia, Sele, and Tuapolotu. That's a couple of good inclusions there on the bench with Tagaris and Halangahu, I think, especially with the way he's been playing this year in reserve grade.
Yeah, he's been playing well in reserve grade. He's captain of the reserve grade next to Grannis. So, hopefully he'll get to run on Sunday. Talking about that side. Blocker out with a leg injury. Will he be missed severely?
Nah.
I'm just having a go. Joe, Sloan and Fenoy retain their position, probably through injury and coming back through reserve grades to Pilotu. So what do you think about them keeping their position?
I'm going to make a comment. I would love to see Sloan on the wing for the rest of the year.
Yep.
I reckon he's a better winger. Play Sloan in first grade. He's a better winger than he is a fullback, and he's fast, he's stronger, and he's good under the high ball if he's under any sort of pressure. He did nothing wrong last week. He's really, really good winger. Setu, again, we don't have the depth in reserve grade, and he goes okay. You know what I mean? There was just that one bad game that stood out for me against the Knights. The first time we played them, not the second time when. Their winger scored, I think, about 5 tries on his side. You know what I mean? So, other than that, he hasn't done a lot wrong. He's a good gifted footballer as well. You know what I mean? But in saying all that, with Setu too, you got to sort of ask yourself at the age of 27, making your first grade debut, there was a reason for that, you know. And I think we just found that out It wasn't always good enough to play first grade when he was younger, but he's a lot better player over the weeks, and I found that he's improved a lot since he's been with us as well. So that maybe he just needed that opportunity.
Yeah. Sometimes a lot of players don't come on till their mid to late 20s. So you've got to watch that. Youngie Val Holmes still in the centres. There's not much to change. What does he have to do this week to kick better?
You hit the nail on the head. He's got to kick goals. You stole my line.
Yeah.
That was where I was going. He's got to start kicking the goals, because when we brought him down from the Cowboys, he was kicking goals up there. He was in good form. He was kicking them from everywhere. So I don't know whether anyone remembers that, but we brought him down because he was a good goal kicker. And since he's put on the red V, I don't know what's happened to him. It's not anywhere near the form that he was in up there. So, and his form with the ball, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. He's a shadow of the player he used to be.
I also think he come down because he's one of Flano's mates. Where are we? Coco. Nick Sagranis and Jacob Galangahu being brought onto the bench. How big is it for those two guys? They've only played a couple of first grade games between them.
It's nice to see the young guys getting a chance, I hope they go well. They've had a few injuries and they've come back, I've heard. And it'd be great to see fresh blood and them have more experience, because that's what it is. Like, I'm very bad news. Our season is over. We're last. So let's bring these guys and let them experience a game and how they go and develop them this season, and just see how their power play, their running technique, how they defend the line. I think it's great to see them. It'll give them more confidence as well.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I reckon you got to. I'm not even worried about the spoon anymore. Trying to avoid that. I reckon just give the young kids a bit of game time like these two.
Yeah.
Especially if Emre Goulet is not part of our future plans. Why wouldn't you put Jacob Halafalungo there permanently and just leave Goulet out?
Yeah.
Goulet plays in the middle.
He's front row.
Gahu's on an edge, isn't he?
Helen Gahu is an edge player. Yeah. In the middle there, you got Gula and Kerr. Luciano can play in the middle. And Helen Gahu and Sagranis. Helen Gahu is a great player as well. He can play anywhere, that bloke. Him and Sagranis can both play in the front, in the forward pack and in the back line. There's a question here from, who was it? Maka Witu Camerona maybe. Young Muzzo, you can take this one. A bit wary of the Raiders back line. We need to work hard to vet this week to put pressure on the Canberra backs. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, look, Joe just touched on it before with Sloan. Like, he's probably the only one that we've got with genuine speed. So, we've got Stavelio, who we got rid of. We were saying we need some speed in the back line. We got rid of two of our beasters, and we ended up with Tedu and that other fellow that I think played one game, Farley, whatever his name was. So, we really are sort of lacking there. But, and Sloan does give that genuine speed out wide. If we can get it to him, and if we can get him in the open, I tend to agree with Joe in that regards with Sloan. I know he's got his haters and his distractors, but if he's on, he's on, and we don't have anybody in the side with that speed, and Canberra will cut us apart if we don't move up on them and nullify it.
Yeah,
they will.
That's right. With Keo Weeks, he's got ties with the Dragons. His grandfather played for the Dragons in the 30s and 40s, I think. And I said 3 or 4 years ago that was the guy we should have targeted from Manly. He ended up going to Canberra, and look at him now. He's absolutely killing it. I will just do this first. Yeah, Billy's not with us tonight. We do Billy's battles and clashes.
Co.
Liam, are you? What are you looking forward to? The battles and clashes in this fight.
I was gonna say back there we do have Coco on, so we could have done her segment.
We could have done her segment, but I don't know where she went. Oh, there she is.
I'm here.
All right, we'll go to Coco then. Battles and clashes, Coco. What are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to the ones, really. You know, Cole Wicks, you got to be careful with Cole Wicks. Like, his speed, he catches that ball, he can run. And he could run 90 metres and score. Also, Ethan Strange, you know, we've got to watch out for Ethan Strange because he's a good, the kicker. Can we go back to the team list for Canberra, please? I need to go back.
We can.
Yeah, just so I can have a look.
We can.
Thank you so much. Thank you. There
There
we go. Thank you so much. And I think we need to have a big Joseph Tarpany, Hudson Young, and they're like the way they defend the line. You got to be careful because down in Canberra, they know. And if you watched the Storm game, that was a close. It was unfortunate that Storm won a bit because they were on point with the Storm at one stage of that game. So it doesn't matter if we're leading. They can come back no matter what. This Canberra team will come back. So we've got to be careful. Also Jaden Brayley. But yeah, I just think they've got a good list and they've got good players. It's just I would not have picked them being 16th at all. Like I'm a bit shocked with and you know, even Stewart, you know, he's a good player when he as well. So we just got to be on point. We've got to defend the line and watch the gaps, you know. And that's what I think. Yeah, I just think it's going to be a very tough match down there as well. But luckily, it's only 2:00 in the afternoon, not like a 7:00 or because it's still cold down there. So,
Yeah,
but I also want to ask some of the other fellas on this panel, like Youngie, who would you pick out of the Raiders to look out for?
Oh, Ethan Strange.
Yep.
Watch out. He's in form at the moment. As I was saying earlier, he was stiff to miss out on Origin. I
Yep.
love that game that he played in Origin 1. I just couldn't believe they dropped him.
I can. Fucking
Really?
idiot. But, yeah, Loz is the worst coach in history. That's why
Yeah, I agree with you, Joe.
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
dumb cunt.
Just insane. He
Yeah,
was the form player in that Origin 1 game.
He was.
And they axed him.
yeah.
What about Ola Kawatu? What the fuck did he
Yeah,
do wrong?
he's the other one, Joe. Yeah, him too.
Yeah,
The two
Yes.
He's
form
loving
players and
yeah. He would. He
hasn't
should have
got
got rid of Moses. He should have got rid of
Hasn't got a
Moses.
clue. Hasn't got a clue.
and Moses played Audrey.
Moses hasn't played a game for 2 months, and you guys they put him in an Origin game. How fucking
Yeah.
smart is that?
Yeah.
I know, right?
And you're lucky. You're lucky Latrell got injured. Lucky Latrell got injured.
Don't say that.
or he'd
No
do
one
it
wanted
again.
him to play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he'd do it again, wouldn't
My
he?
halves would be Katoa from the Dolphins and Strange at 5'8". Look
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's a good half. And we'll talk about
Perfect
State
combination.
of Origin later. Hey,
Also,
anyone- what else?
Tarpany's very good too. But I don't know. Our team, it's really hard to know because, you know, well, look, Damien Cook, he can, and the Couchmans, you know, and Dylan Egan, you know, the way they performed was brilliant. So, anyway, I won't overtake it.
I'm confident. I'm confident.
I'm confident as well. I'm looking forward to the Young and Hoskins up against Egan and Stewart, the four young blokes.
Yeah.
On the edges, they're just
Watch out for Hudson
the
Young.
future. Yeah, they're the future of Australian football. Those four.
Yeah.
Can I throw my 2
Hudson
cents
Young,
worth
Zach
in?
Hoskins. Sorry, Scoop.
Can I throw my 2 cents worth in?
Yeah, I'm going
Why
to come
not?
to you now. I'm going to come to you now. As soon as I talked about the four young edges, that's going to be an absolute fantastic matchup. And then when you throw Luciano out there to go up against the two young blokes, there's a question here. Scoop, I'll go to you for this one. Thoughts on Luciano? Like he's played well one week, then he plays crap, then he doesn't play at all, then he gets 10 minutes. What's he doing with Luke?
Inconsistent, yeah.
It's a bit of rocks and diamonds with Luciano Leilua at the moment, even though there is talks of him going up to Brizzy. At the moment, it's just a bit of rocks and diamonds, I'm going to say, about Leilua.
I reckon that's because of Halangahu coming through. That's what I think it is. I reckon they're making space for him.
Cap space. It's all about cap space.
Yeah.
Well, they've got to make space for our young blokes. Or look, you look at our young blokes all over the NRL. They're all killing it. Savelli, Tamale, Jack Bostock. Yeah, there's plenty of them out there that have left the Dragons.
Forwards we're going good. It's backs we need.
Yeah.
Exactly. And look at the backs. Look at the backs we're getting next year. We're getting some good fast players there. Yeah, seriously, Jess reckons Imre Gula's rubbish. He does his job.
Plays a particular role, even if he doesn't do it quite right. That's the player we've got to fill
like
that.
He makes meters and he makes his tackles. Doesn't miss many tackles. But he's off to England next year. Good luck to him. Where are we up to here? We're talking about the Raiders. I've got questions coming out of me wazoo. We'll talk about the Raiders' spine up against our spine. Muzza, you there, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Their spine, like Alistair was saying, are very, very young. But our spine, well, we're young too, except for Gutho. So, how do you reckon the spines are going to match up against each other?
I think it's going to look like 16th playing 17th, to be honest. Which is pretty much what it is. I mean, we all know Gutho's really, he's really had his day. He's just too slow. He's good from around. He's good for a team. You can see he's got the heart and passion, but he just sort of, he doesn't have the legs anymore.
That's right.
Like KO Weeks is just running around like,
It's definitely a good team, man. Team player, but not like the sort of weapon that you want, is he?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, you've seen the way he is on the field. I imagine, without being there in their shoes, but he looks passionate. I can understand that he's there, and that's sort of his role now. But obviously, then you've got our halves are very inexperienced with Atkinson there. He's got a good boot on him. He sort of, apart from a couple of games, hasn't really offered much more than that. And Cook at hooker, obviously hopefully rotating with Liddell a little bit better than we've seen in the past, because we need to get Liddell on there when he's tired legs.
Well, the only one that thought Atkinson, I've been disappointed with him all year, and last week I watched him. I thought he had a good game. I actually thought he had a really good game. His kicking game, he kicked to the corners well.
Yeah.
I was watching him closely. He had a really good kicking game last week.
Yeah, both our halves had 2 try assists, so it's the best they've done all year.
But
someone asked.
These teams back that up 2 or 3 games in a row. Our blokes do it once.
That's it. Can he be consistent?
So if they can do the same this week and get Canberra on the back foot, there's no reason that we can't go on with that.
Hopefully they've built on a little bit of confidence, because they did score more tries. You know what I mean? I know it was a losing team, it was a losing game, but like I said last week, it felt like a win. But in saying that, though, just quickly, I want to elaborate on that as well. Is that now that they've had these it was kind of like a training run. They've got these touches down pat. Maybe they can just keep evolving and only get better.
Yeah, keep evolving and get better. Scoop, Canberra was minor premiers last year, weren't they?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Scoop, do you want to find out for me? When was the last time the minor premiers got the wooden spoon the following year?
Oh, okay.
Get onto it. Because if we can beat them this week, we're only 4. If we can beat them this week, we're only 4 points behind them. So if they keep losing, and we maybe win a couple more, we might be able to jump them. So
was it the Storm?
Storm. I'm not sure who. I'm not sure who. Oh, no, maybe yes. Maybe yes when they got all the points taken off them.
Yeah, it was Melbourne.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, is that confirmed, Scoop?
It was Melbourne, yeah, because of the salary cap sheet. They had all their
All right.
points taken.
What about before then? Because that was a bit of a circumstance, you know. Like there was a circumstance involved in it. They didn't actually run last, like Canberra could this year.
I'll have a look.
Okay, we've talked about the spine. Talked about have our Joe. Everybody really, Joe. Have our leaders really stepped up this year? Not talking about our young blokes, not talking about a young forward pack, but Cookie, Gutho, Val Holmes, Moses Sewley. They're all
going all right. I don't know that Gutho's had a great year.
Out of the 3 veterans that we bought, Cookie was our best one. Gutho and Valentine Holmes. I think out of the 3, Cookie was the best. Gutho probably second, and Valentine Holmes was probably the worst out of the 3 that we bought. When we talk about playing individually as players, forget what they in terms of enthusiasm and morale, and you know, no one does it like Cufferson and Cookie. You know, Cufferson wins that. Cookie second, and again Val Holmes last. So. That's what I think about the 3 veterans that we signed.
That's a massive part of our salary cap too. Like those 3 players there, taking up a big chunk, and for them to be out of form.
That's why we came last this year. Well, we're coming last.
So Big T.
Yeah. Yes, mate.
The only official NRL team to drop from minor premiers to wooden spooners the following year was the South Sydney Rabbitohs from 1989 to 1990.
Yeah, nice. Just put that up. Just put that up. Just put that up about 5 minutes ago. Well, thanks for that anyway, Scoop. All right, it's getting on in the show. We talked about Canberra struggling. Oh, geez, who was that?
What can we do about our defence?
Youngie, who do we have to stop to stop Canberra? Again, everybody can answer this.
Ethan Strange.
Strange.
He wants to get back into the Origin arena for sure. So
for sure.
I'd
and if New South Wales don't pick him this time around, don't know what they're doing.
He's got to be selected. It's disgraceful they dropped him after that appearance.
Well, they're saying they're going to put him on the bench, so I don't know.
With Katoa.
And then put him on at lock. What's going on there?
Katoa 7, Strange 6. Look out! I reckon Katoa's ready. I reckon he's ready.
Yeah,
you seen the form he's in? He's the best half in the comp.
He's pretty good.
Well, he's the reason the Dolphins are up the top of the ladder where they are. Or sitting second, third, are they? Second or third? He's a big part of that.
Isaiah Katoa.
Dolphins are third.
He's up there on top. He's leading. Oh, what's that there? He's leading.
Yeah.
He's leading.
And remember, they started slow as well. They had a poor
40
start
points
to the
he's
season.
leading by, I think it is.
I've
done this on Sunday night, but I might do it again tonight. Well, big teams this week in rugby league. I'll go back through the ages and look about what's happened in this week in rugby league. This week is 23rd of June to the 30th of June, so going back a long time ago. This was the week that Super League actually kicked off. There was player signings, there was court conjunctions, and clubs accusing each other of secretly talking to players and poaching other teams' players. So that was back in 1995. It's a long time ago. And during this week, the news broke that the Steelers are financially struggling, which led to the joint venture with the St. George Dragons. And this is the week, a couple of years ago, 2023, that Ben Hunt publicly declared they didn't want to be at the Dragons anymore. Fan backlash, media friendly, and the club just, we were broken anyway, but we broke even more.
Struggled in the halves ever since.
We've struggled in the house since fucking 2010. So thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Thank you, Thurman. Thank you, everybody. I want to bring this into the podcast to give people more entertainment. I'm going to call it Twirl this week in rugby league. It was during Origin camp that Ben Hunt. And that's this week in rugby league. Big T's this week in rugby league. Thanks for joining me. It's great. Something small, something to keep the punters interested. So there we go. All right. What have I got now? Oh, don't forget to comment. If you receive you'll receive an entry into the Chocky Wheel for a $75 gift voucher. I did say round 19, but it will be Tuesday of round 20. So maybe that game. Injuries for the Dragons. We got Buchanan. He should be back this week sometime, maybe in the lower grades. I'm not sure. Reed's finger return round 20. Sully, hip injury, hip back it is actually, and that's to be confirmed. He might not be out. Sewer, he's out for the season, but they're actually saying he might be back for round 27 game, so he might get one last game for the Dragons. Possibly one last game for the Dragons. We're getting towards the end of the show.
You think KD plays next to Metcalf next year?
We've got Atkinson. I don't know what they're going to do with Atkinson if that happens. It's a good question. And the other good question is, who's going to drop out of the front row with Keon coming? Who's going to drop back to the bench there? Gula's gone. But it's going to be Toby or Loco. Is Loco going to drop back to the bench?
I think Loco plays off the bench. Or he plays
Is Loco going to be happy doing that?
Well, Keon can play. I think Keon's better on an edge than he is up in the middle.
Yeah.
But who do you take out? Ryan Couchman, Egan, or Hamish Stewart? Which one do you take out of there?
Yeah, it's tough.
We've got some dilemmas next year. I'm telling you, dilemmas.
We've got forwards. We've definitely got forwards. We just don't have backs.
Yeah, we've got dilemmas next year with the forwards because these guys aren't going to be happy that they got to go and come off the bench because Keon's coming. So
it's a good predicament to have, though. Forwards.
Watch this space because we could lose a few of them. All right, we might get into this. Good, the bad, and the ugly with Liam Fallon. You can work out which one of the three there are the good, the bad, and the ugly. Liam, what have we got for you? What do you got for us this week?
All right, do you want the bad first, the ugly, or the good first?
We'll go every week. We'll go good, bad, ugly. All right.
All right, for the good from the previous round, the upset of the century, the Gold Coast Titans beating the Penrith Panthers 19-8. Field goal to the young New South Walesman Shane Harrison. What a performance he had against the Penrith Panthers. So that's my good for the week. The bad. The Tigers. letting another opportunity slip against the Dolphins. It didn't help with the Tigers conceding 36 points at home and allowing the Dolphins to record a 7th straight victory, which puts them in third in the top 3 since their induction in 2023.
Yeah, Young ain't complaining.
Ugly.
What's
And the
that?
ugly is the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles finish against the Bulldogs. They had the chance to win against the Bulldogs, but a poor kicking opportunity in the dying stages came back to bite them in the bum. So the Bulldogs won 13-12 through Stephen Crichton's boot. Will the Bulldogs able to come back from that game, or will they still plummet down the ladder? And my honourable mention for this week is I'm going to chuck in one who knows every week or every 2 weeks. Fletcher Sharp's performance for the Newcastle Knights was brilliant against the Dragons with their 22-20 win. That's my good, bad, and the ugly. And my
this needs to be renamed. I call this segment "It Wouldn't Surprise Me If." You need to rename it.
Yeah, we might do that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into some lower grades. NRLW, they come back on the 4th of July. They're up against I think it's the Sharks. Jess, can you tell me about that? They're up against the Raiders at Cogra. There you go. New South Wales Cup. Tyler Peckham-Harris, Christian Tui Pilotu, and Toby Rumble on the wings. Nathan Lawson and Dave Farley in the centres. Joseph O'Neill and Nick Quinn in the halves. O'Neill being the captain of the team, while Helen Gahu is up in the first grade team. Hame Sally, Halle Finau, and Jacob Wester in the front row. Dylan Coots, Cyrus Stanley Trail, nephew of the Stanley boys. Ryan Hutchison locks the scrum. Isaiah Fakulalo, Jarrah Tweak, Matthew Alazim, Ben Jackson, and Wes Prigg on the extended bench. These guys aren't going. I think they're running about 4th, aren't they, Scoop?
Down the ladder, I think now. They've had a few losses.
Yeah, they've had a couple of losses. If Jess was here. Oh, Jess is here. Hang on, look at this. Look who's here. Jesse Godfrey.
Good evening. Hello.
You want to come and talk? You wanted to come and talk about this, don't you?
Well, G'day Dragons fans, gather round. Here we go. It's the NRLW and the Dragons run the show. Red V rising as the crowd starts to roar.
Well, there you go. You can hear that on Wednesday.
Not
July
tomorrow,
1st.
Next week. Wednesday week.
Yeah. Jess, what do you think about our New South Wales? Our St George team. Not a lot of surprises. Helen Gahu and Sagranis on the bench.
Yeah, nice to see. I would have liked to see one of them come into the team. Who knows what happens between now and kick-off on Sunday, but yeah, there was some promising signs as we discussed last Sunday when we played Newcastle, so hopefully they can build off on that. And it's a good time to get Canberra, who I think they're pretty much, you can put the felt red pen in their season this year. Yeah, I think we're a very good chance if we can get rolling, because they seem to be lacking in attack this year, the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, their backline hasn't been quite firing as they did in 2025.
It's Fogarty for me. They're missing Fogarty.
Yeah.
Exactly 100%. Right. Sanders is the rookie halfback. You can't compare them.
Yeah, but you take Fogarty out, you put Sanders in, and you've got a spine that's under 25. So
they got a lot of issues with a drop ball too, Canberra. I noticed their stats.
And it's put a lot more pressure on Ethan Strange too this year. But Ethan Strange has probably been their best player all year. And he was a deserved selection in the Origin squad. And Laurie Daly, he's got to be the 5'8" for game 3. He's got to be. Not Moses.
And that's a nice hat you got on there, Jess. Tell us about what that's all about.
It's the beanie for brain cancer round, as you all know, this weekend. Proceeds going to the Mark Hughes Foundation. It's entering its 10th year this year. Started back in 2017, and yeah, it is a very good cause, raising money for brain cancer. Obviously, we know Mark Hughes was diagnosed with brain cancer. I think it was back in 2014. Still gets regular checks monthly. I'm pretty sure, and yeah, as every year they have a big walk. I think they start tomorrow, leaving from Sydney. They walk all the way to Newcastle, and they arrive just in time for kickoff on the Sunday afternoon game at the Dollar Jones Stadium where Newcastle play the Tigers. So they'll arrive just before kickoff.
So where can you get them from, Jess?
So you can go to the local IGA supermarket, or Woolies, Lowe's, or you can buy them online at the Mark Hughes Foundation website. Or if you're lucky enough, if you're going to a game this weekend, you can get one there at the ground as well.
Remember the old ad? Do you remember the old ad? At Lowe's.
At Lowe's. But it's a good cause, isn't it, Big T? Very worthy cause.
Oh, great cause. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely
And
fantastic.
don't forget too, we're coming up to July. Try and say that 3 times fast.
And this weekend too, every try scored, $1,000 goes to the Mark Hughes Foundation. So good on the NRL for doing that.
That's the same as the Try July or Joy July. Try and say that. That's tough to say.
Yeah, that'll be July will be for the NRL and the NRLW.
Sweet, because they start on the 4th. Well, they start on the 7th, I think. Don't they?
The second. So Thursday week.
All right, there you go. Day after your new show.
Yep. It kicks off. Yeah, the season kickoff is at Shark Park. The Sharks play the Knights to kick off the NRLW season.
Gutted the Flash is leaving too.
Gutted. I am gutted.
Just give us a quick overview of your Wednesday night show.
So it's just going to be a brief show, probably about half an hour, 25 minutes, half an hour. It'll be basically about the NRLW team. We'll look at the Steelers and Dragons, New South Wales Women's Premiership teams as well. We'll look at our opposition team, who the Dragons play that week. And we'll potentially, if we can find some time, we'll get some go through the other NRLW games that's happening in that week as well. But yeah, it'll start tomorrow week, Wednesday, July 1.
There you go. Jag and NRL Wednesdays with Jag. So that'll be great. The Panthers,
Big T will be part of it, and then we'll have a third person rotating.
We'll get someone in.
Let's have Jersey Flag. How good are they going?
Well, they're running 10th at the moment. Lisa Marie just said.
That's New South Wales Cup.
New South Wales Cup.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. Yeah, actually, I was just going to say, Youngie, New South Wales Cup are playing at Gully Park. So they're on their way for a country trip. All right, Jersey Flag. Can you run through the Jersey Flag side there, Youngie? You were talking about them.
Yeah, sure. So first we got number 1, Lucas Borg. 2, we've got Kyle Andrews. 3, Tom Kirk. Number 4, Oliver Burton, very promising player. He's going to be a gun in a couple of years. Watch out for him. 5, Toby Rumble, also a good player, good winger, always amongst the tries. 6, Eden Hodges. 7, Marley McLaren. 8, Viliami Hikala. I can't pronounce his name. 9, Isaiah Facalio. 10, Ben Jackson. 11, Creighton Miafo. Good player. 12, Jared Trewick. 13, Braith Peckus.
Hang on, that's
14, Jackson Cale Smith. 15, Lachlan Weir. 17, Bailey Carmichael. 17, Viliama Omone. And on the extended bench is David Afu. Special mention to Aaron Gorrell, who's taken this team from 10th to just under first. They're second this year. And I was saying, I don't know what anyone saw. He's pretty much done that with every team that he's coached. Aaron Gorell can coach.
I don't think that side's quite. Don't think that one's quite right, but they are a good side. What's the news?
Anyone heard of that show, First Dates, the one that shows on Channel 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw the ad. Matt Cooper's on there tonight.
Oh, is he?
Wait, what?
Hope he talks about the Mad Dragons forecast. Just a quick story. I was actually on the radio this morning on 2ST talking to the DJ. I'd done a secret sound. I didn't get it right. But he gave us a plug. He gave the Mad Dragons podcast a plug, and that was on mainstream radio. Mainstream radio. So I got a plug this morning for us. Again, he was a bit underrated in his day. He could kick, he could do anything, that bloke.
He was a good player. He was a great goal kicker. I remember that. Yogi, you remember that goal he kicked from the sideline at Suncorp to beat Brisbane?
He's on my Facebook. I remind him about that all the time.
That was I remember that.
Comes up,
We went down, we were gone, and he kicked the goal from the sideline to win us the game.
Yeah, I was actually at that game in Brisbane. I went berserk. Probably one of the better moments.
Big T.
Brilliant.
What?
I'm loving that one of the comments by Furman.
What is it?
Just put up about Coco.
Okay. She loves the kid.
Matty Cooper works with I don't know if any of you know Peter Thompson on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
I'd
love to get Peter on. I'd love to get Peter on. He sounds like a very smart man.
Yeah.
All right, going into the New South Wales Premiership. The Dragons are playing the Panthers at Jubilee Stadium on the 27th of June, 12 p.m. Saturday, yeah. Tiana Anderson, Tyler Curtis, Dana Stevens, Jezebel Navasolo, Isabel Williams, Taylor Wright, Danny Nicole. I can't read that.
Great.
Hang on, I got something. There you go. That's Pippa Ferguson, Bianca Cut-Rupi, Georgia Dent, and Natalie Main, both co-captains there. Victoria Tavita, Mickey Kerr. Is it Mickey? Is it? You say
Mickey.
Yeah, Josie
Mickey.
Boys, Madison. Oh, Mickey. Okay, Josie Boys, Madison Borchard, Lavinia Lefau, Sarah Harris, and Sophie Robbins on their bench. They play against the Panthers at Cogra Oval on Saturday at 12.
Just so you know, Big T, Piper Ferguson, the one in the Dragons team, is a sister of Brisbane and Queens.
Jada Ferguson. Thanks, Jess.
The place for Brisbane, yeah.
Now going into the Steelers Women's Premiership, they're up against the Sharks. They're playing the Sharks at Collegians. 3 p.m. I've got that, Jess. Don't worry, 3 p.m. Versus the Sharks. Okay, if you want, the team, Jess. You want to run through it?
So the undefeated Steelers on top of the table. Fullback Talia Hancock, the wingers Kiara Kostovsky and Paige Knapp. The centres are Hallie Barrett and Carly Abbott. The halves are Harawaka Pahatu and Georgie Barrett. The front row, the captain Mackenzie Lear, Roxy Murdoch Priscilla, as we know, the wife of Ben. The hooker, it's Madison Homopo. You've got two Mackenzie Lears there, Big T. Chat GPT at its best. Rianyo, the cousin of Isaiah, Gwen Swan and Mahina Arungi Claire, the bench, Kayla Fleming, Stephanie Ball, Mary Latu, and Jada Faliano, and the 18th player is I got the 18th player here somewhere. Just said it.
Jess is glitching. Where are we up to?
Lily Holmes.
There you go. So they're top of the table.
And the coach is Courtney Crawford. Yep.
Top of the table, unbeaten. after 2
Yep,
rounds.
and they're looking good. Obviously, they've got a new coach this year, but they're going well. And next week, they could be further bolstered with the NRLW season starting. They'll get players that don't play NRLW players for that team.
Nice. All right. Happy birthday, Damien. Damien Cook is his birthday today. I think he's 65, I think.
That's not very nice.
Happy birthday, Cookie. We had a good week in Team of the Week. We had both Hamish Stewart and Ryan Couchman both in the Team of the Week, NRL Team of the Week. So good on them for that. Before I go into that one, we'll talk about. Don't forget, it's Try July. It's also been in for brain cancer round. Team of the Week, Toby, Ryan, and Hamish Stewart both made the side. Well done to them. That's a pretty good side, that one. If you want to go through it, Paul Crawley's called for. It's time for the Dragons to call for make the decision on a coach. What do you guys think of that?
It should be goddamn time for us.
Is Dean Young the man?
No.
We've improved under him.
We have a little bit, but our for and against is worse. So
we haven't won games under him. We've won one.
Here's the thing for me.
We've won one more than Flano.
Dean Young was our defensive coach, even when we were going bad. I'm not sure. Maybe Ben.
There's not many coaches out there that.
Well, it's going to be him or Ben Hornby. Surely they'd be the two they'd be looking at.
Surely, it's got to.
Yep.
Be,
Hornby won't come unless he gets the head job. Hornby won't come unless he gets the head job, and if Young doesn't get it, he won't be here next year.
I wouldn't come either if I didn't get the head job.
If I had to guess,
Big T does need a head job.
Yeah. Anyway, there's been rumours, Jess, that Gurmit Shibasaki is on his way to Dragons. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, now that they've just signed Ben Hunt for another 12 months, there's rumours going around too that Dan Gagai might go back there. The salary cap constraints could keep them from keeping Gurmit Shibasaki. I've heard he wants $600,000 though. I don't know if he's worth that much money.
I'll take him. He's got speed.
He's a good defensive player. I reckon we could use defence. Especially out wide.
Keon Kalamatangi has been asked again about going to the Dragons, and he says, no matter who I play for, whatever coach, whatever jersey, I've got a family, and I've got to set a good example for them. So
that's right.
That's pretty switched on, Coco. From Keon saying he's got to provide for his family, sort of thing.
Exactly. It's this day and age. No matter what, if you're a football player or you're normal job, it is hard these days. Groceries, petrol for people that drive, anything. It's very hard to cost of living. So yeah, of course, he's a family man. You can't hate him for it. Yes, and
no,
so be it. If he's going to play passionately for our club next year, bring him in. And that's what I say.
Yep.
If he's going to bring that passion and that aggression, he's welcome.
Why are they even asking him this? I don't get it.
It was on ABC last night. It's
a stupid question.
Well, I
heard the interview.
Yeah, I think because we're last, it's like any club. It's like when the Tigers were last and Luai went to the Tigers. They always have to bring in something. Oh, why are you going to Dragons? They're last. It's just clickbait.
Also, I mean to say you're going to be last forever. Look at the Bulldogs a couple of years. They got a spoon, and then all of a sudden they nearly won the comp. How quickly you can turn around.
Yeah,
we've also signed players that are going to change our side.
Luke Metcalf. We haven't signed.
Drinkwater's going to change our side. He's going to change our side immensely. And then you got Metcalf. You've also got Philip Sami. You've also got Keon Kalamatangi. Connor Watson's also coming. He's going to change the side. So
watching those players, they're all playing well too.
They're all playing fantastically.
Sammy should have been the one in the Queensland team, Big T.
Pardon?
He had a good game last
I
week
said
against Penrith. He was on fire.
Sammy should have made the Queensland team, but Billy Slater chose Fafita, and Fafita's gone out well.
How can you get rid of JJ Fafita and Selma Cobbo? You can't get rid of him. He's unluckily misses out. State of Origin. No Latrell. No Latrell, guys. You're not going to be bringing him back anytime soon.
We'll bring Tommy. We'll bring in Tommy, Big T. Tommy.
Bring in Tommy.
No. Brad,
Tommy.
Cattle dog.
Coco, we can bring them both in.
And again, talking about State of Origin, who would you bring into the side? You've got Mitchell out. You've got Moses struggling.
No, fuck him off.
Adam Fanua-Blake hasn't had a good 2 Origins. So
Olakalapu's got to come back.
Who would you bring in? All of you. Who would you bring in? Who would you get rid of?
I would bring back Ethan Strange. Ethan Strange.
Youngie wants a Zarko. He's got a man crush.
Katoa.
He wants Bostock and Bostock.
Bostock could be a good in for Stags.
Yeah. I can't believe Stags look great and being at Suncorp. Oh, that's just like lunatic. Oh.
Yeah.
They do anything for Queensland, don't they? They just give us.
Well, you wouldn't debut anyone inside of Coco.
Hey? What?
You wouldn't debut anyone in the decider at Suncorp.
No, because that's too hard. Third game.
Probably right. In a decider, you wouldn't bring Katoa in for that.
No.
That's tough.
No, he'll get. That's a make or break game. That breaks you.
And then if he dropped a ball and just say it's 12
he'll get smashed.
Yeah, exactly. Like if that happened and it was 12 all and it was like 2 minutes or a minute to go and it was live and he dropped the ball right on their line, game's over. It's his fault. Saranara, bye. That's it. And then it's like, well, you dropped it. But then
is confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Metcalf
is confirmed. Yeah.
McLean's injured.
Yeah, but he's also been told
he's
he
injured.
can leave, can't he?
Yeah.
No,
that's Jesse McLean. That's Jesse's brother.
Oh, there you go.
So I think we need a bit more grit in our clues because we need to make sure we shut down Cobbo. We need to shut down like the Hammer. Like we need people that can, like Victor
Sam
Radley.
Walker.
How do you stop that? How do you stop that, Coco?
I
It's
know.
Cobbo and the Hammer, and they are on fire. And trying to stop that.
Yeah.
I think you better focus on your own game, trying to do your own thing. You're not gonna stop that.
Well, it's just like Victor Radley gets in
Another
trouble
bloke
just
we should bring in?
What? Who?
Another bloke that should come in, Blake Brayley.
He just
Yeah,
didn't
he
he
hasn't
just
played
break
that.
his
Had any
arm.
attack out of dummy half.
Yeah, but he
He hasn't
broke his
played
arm
enough
and
football.
just came back.
He's back.
He's back. Yeah, he is. He's playing lock.
That's Jaden.
Oh, okay.
Probably Darren Edwards is going to be a better defensive fullback. I'd agree with
Edwards
that.
and Cleary have better combinations. They tried Tedesco Cleary too many times. It doesn't work. Try Edwards and Cleary, the Penrith combination. Give it a go.
Stop the hammer by not being a nail. There you go. Well, talking about State of Origin, Queensland had an absolutely beautiful State of Origin week.
Oh, here we
They
go.
won the under 19s
here
girls.
we
They
go.
won that one.
Look, good on the young guys for winning. However, I don't care.
Leilani Lewis was the player of the match.
Liliana.
New South Wales got beaten in the under 19s boys competition. Hayden Watson was the man of the match in that game. Queensland champions, and we all know what happened Wednesday night. Queensland 44, New South Wales 22. Play the match, Sam Walker, and look at that.
I still couldn't
1-1,
believe
mate.
he got I did not think he could have been man of the match. I thought Cobbo was a bit better than him.
Nah.
Cobbo,
Walker, 8 from 8.
But Sam Walker guided him around the park. He kicked. He put them through holes.
8 from 8 goals.
Insane.
Yeah, we need to get a better 6 and 7. Like Nathan Cleary, yes, but someone else with him, and they need to work together because
Yeah,
they're
Ethan
gonna.
Strange.
Yeah, I think so too.
Katara and Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll say it again. I sound like a broken record. That's our future.
I read a report
That's our
that
future half.
Cleary has been playing with injections for weeks.
yeah. I heard that at halftime. Something about but well, look, like they do that. It's like it's Nathan Cleary though. It's like what if
That's-
pay me
What sort of injections, Prozac?
yeah what
Yeah, Prozac.
Laura,
Didn't play well.
that's
Prozac.
Laurie Daly's problem. And all the time he's been coaching New South Wales, he's always picked players carrying injuries. You cannot take a player carrying injury into a state of origin match.
Yeah,
You cannot.
You know what? Do you know what Laurie Daly's problem is? He can't coach. There you go. All right.
Bring back Madge.
We've talked Canberra. Bring back Madge. They kind of come last too. We talked about Canberra. We've talked about.
Hey, we haven't lost a series with Madge.
Talking about New South Wales and Queensland. Let's talk about predictions, guys. Thursday night we got the Eels up against the Bunnies at Parramatta Stadium, or Combank as they call it now. Coco, who's going to win that?
Bruce? What is it? Rabbitohs.
Rabbitohs, Jag.
Yep.
We'll go through this quick. We'll get rid we'll wind it up.
Yeah. Rabbitohs need to win this, stay in the finals race. Rabbitohs.
Without Latrell, Scoop.
3 for 3 so far, Rabbitohs.
Yeah. 4 from 4 with me. Gazza.
Be very, very quiet. I am hunting wabbit.
Friday night, the 6 o'clock games, the Titans up against the Bulldogs. I think the Titans might get away with this one. I'm going to say Titans in this one, Youngie.
Well, I'm not going to pick the Bulldogs.
Yeah, mate, Steve Valley's watching, Youngie.
Hey?
I tell you what.
Steve Valley's watching.
I was watching that Bulldogs Manly game, and last week. Though. Bulldogs Manly game last week, and I couldn't cheer. I couldn't cheer anybody. How can you cheer the Manly?
You hate both teams.
Hate both teams. Coco.
Oh, they were both good last week. Oh.
Titans Bulldogs.
Oh. I would say Bulldogs.
Where's it
Bulldogs, Jag. It's up
at Seabus.
Seabus. Jag, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon the Titans can. I think they can put the nail on the coffin of the Bulldogs season here. They do welcome back Tino. What's his name? Big T. Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. He's back.
Fa'asuamaleaui.
He's back.
Scoop. What do you reckon?
Yeah, Titans at home.
Titans at home. Scoop.
I'm going to go 4 from 1. Titans.
So both games there. The second game on Friday is the Broncos and the Roosters. It's going to be a good game. Jag, what do you reckon?
Broncos, I think they're on life support this season. Roosters are fighting their feet. Roosters by plenty.
Yeah, Roosters.
Roosters by plenty. Coco's Roosters. Scoop.
Yeah. Up the cocks.
3 from 3 so far. The salary cap Raiders.
The Raiders. Youngie.
We know who Youngie's going for.
What do you reckon?
All right.
Cocks or the Bulls?
Cockle Bulls. You're lucky it's after 9 o'clock. Youngie.
No kids watching, are there?
Youngie, your second most favourite team, Dolphins, take on the third place Dolphins against second place Warriors.
I'm actually looking forward to this game. This
could be the game of the year.
Game of the round.
Yeah, 2 versus 3.
Suncorp.
And I rate the Warriors this year too, obviously because they're going well, but they're another team that could make the GF. Could we be seeing a Warriors Dolphins GF? So this could
Isn't Jackson Ford a big loss though, Youngie? Jackson Ford's a massive loss.
It is.
I know there's a few people who've been on this podcast that weren't too happy about that. Him going over there. He could have played Origin.
He's done his pack. He's done his pack.
Oh, is that what
Season.
it is?
Could be season for him.
God.
Massive loss. I'm going to tip
Massive
the Dolphins. Katoa is just going to
Warriors
see
up the wires.
The other Warriors.
I see you falling asleep.
How good is Herbie at the moment?
I'm not
Fantastic.
falling
We'll
asleep.
take him any day of the week. Take him any day of the week.
Backline. Look at that backline.
Up the Finns. Finns
Up
up.
the Finns. That's going to
It's
be a
basically
great
an international team.
Pretty much. I'd love to have that backline.
It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a
I'm
fantastic
going
game.
the Finns in a tight one. I think the Wires will give him a game, though.
Finns up. I like the
he's
Wires.
watching this from New Zealand. Oh, thank you, Macca.
Macca.
Thank you.
He's up late. He's up very late.
He is. Thanks, mate. He's not
Up the
working at all.
Wires. See,
Second game on Super Saturday. Cowboys versus the Panthers, 9th versus 1st. I think the Panthers have got them.
Panthers won't lose 2 in a row.
Scoop.
Claws out, Panthers.
Panthers. Youngie.
I'm going to upset. I'm going to Cows.
Ooh.
They're playing well. Drinkwater is playing well up there, and their halves.
Yeah.
Their halves.
And Penrith did get beaten. I think Cleary might be playing a little bit rugged at the moment. So I think it might be right for the upset.
He is playing with injections. So the third game on Super Saturday, Seagulls and the
Battle of Brookie.
Yeah.
Oh,
up
could
at
there be
4
some
Pines
biffs?
Park.
I love that.
Battle of Brookie games to see too.
This is a bit of a surprise. The Storm are 11th and the Seagulls are 6th. So I think the Storm will be too strong, Scoop.
I'm going to go and upset Big T. I'm going to go Manly Sea Eagles.
Hey, Manly.
Is it
Coco.
Manly.
It's a 4 points.
I've got 4 points.
Yeah.
For you, it's up at 4 points.
I think Manly will the coffin, the nail in the coffin for Melbourne.
Yeah. I think Melbourne will be too strong. The last game apart from
I'm going to say this, Big T. I'm going to say this. Melbourne will continue storming towards the top 8.
Storming. You're so funny. You're so funny. And the last game apart from ours, Coco, Knights and the 10th place Tigers. Up at McDonald Jones.
I'll say Knights.
Knights. I'm going Knights.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day with the Mark Hughes Foundation being him being an old boy. It's his weekend. The Knights will rise to the occasion. It'll be a packed house in Newcastle. The Knights will put on a big performance here. The Knights win by 20, I think.
Depends if Dream Buller turns up.
And Caleb Ponga's back too.
Yeah. They haven't got a bad Dewey should be back this week too, so I'm not sure. I haven't had a look.
Yeah, they lost Josh Madden.
Yeah, that's right.
They lost Madden and Herbert.
Shoulder.
Yeah, and Patrick Herbert study shoulder.
Yeah, that's bad news for Paddy. He played for the Dragons a while ago. Then he left for 2 years, and then Benji Marshall
was at the Titans and the Wars.
He didn't play for 2 years.
Yeah, he was playing in the Illawarra League when Benji rang him.
That's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. Benji said, "Come and help us," and he went up there and helped them. Now he's out. All right,
and they lost a player for next year too. The Tigers.
Who?
Stafford Toa signed with Manly.
Whoa! I had a feeling he was a Manly. He was going to go to Manly. Wasn't sure. All right, our game, Jess. Predictions. First try scorer.
Dragons 5-4.
Dragons by 4. First try scorer.
I will go Tyrell Sloan.
Stop.
Tyrell Sloan. Scoop. He looks like he's
I'm gonna
asleep up there.
go.
Look at him sitting there in the bunker.
I'm going to go Dragons by 1, field goal. And the man to snatch the field goal will be Foul Holmes.
Oh, he's going to be the hero this week. the hero.
And he'll get into the Queensland team.
Yeah.
Yogi. Oh, there's no one coming into the Queensland team. Don't worry about that. There's no one coming into that side.
Look, I predict the Raiders will probably start pretty fast as they do. If we're going to win, I reckon our first try will be Sedu 2 out the right. I'll go, not with any confidence, Dragons by 4.
Dragons. Coco?
Dragons by 2. I'm going to say Toby Couchman for a try. Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
we need a win, please, footy gods. Come on, we just need a win.
Dragons by 12 and Cole Flanagan to score 2 tries. There you go. That's from me. Scoop, do you want to do if you're watching on YouTube?
All right. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. Hit the bell icon. It'll give you several options. Click on all notifications so you know when the next video or live stream is coming up. If you're watching on Facebook, please like, share to all your friends, family, mothers, girlfriends, wives, and whatever. And if you're watching on Spotify or listening on Spotify or Apple iTunes, hit the like, and then you'll get all.
Check out our Instagram page too, Scoop.
Yeah.
What, Jag?
And our Instagram page, don't forget.
And also like our Instagram page too, said by Jag.
Yeah. Thank you, Scoop. We'll get that polished up and we'll get you the right things to say.
We should make an ad for that, Big T.
I should do. We're just going to do this before we leave.
All right, Dragons fans, before we rip into this week's game, let's talk about a local business that absolutely knows how to get the job done. If you're running a warehouse, moving locations, upgrading your storage, or staring down the barrel of a lease make good, you need the team at Complete Warehouse Solutions. These guys aren't some big city outfit who don't know the area. They're family owned, based right here in Lake Illawarra, servicing the Illawarra and beyond. And when they say complete, they mean complete. New warehouse fit out, they'll measure it, design it, supply it, and install your pallet racking and shelving properly. Safe, compliant, and built to last. Relocating, they'll dismantle your racking, transport it, and rebuild it at the new site so you're back up and running faster than a Dragon's backline shift. End of lease and the landlord wants it back to bare bones? No dramas. They'll strip it out, repair it, repaint it, clean it, leave it looking like you were never there. And here's the smart bit. They even buy back quality used racking and storage systems. So instead of wasting money, you might actually put some back in your pocket. It's tough work, it's hands-on, it's industrial, and it's done by locals who take pride in doing it right. So if your warehouse needs muscle, experience, and a team that won't muck you around, get onto Complete Warehouse Solutions. Because just like the Dragons, when the pressure's on, you want the right team beside you. Complete Warehouse Solutions, your one-stop shop for getting the job done.
Yeah, thanks to Jeff at Complete Warehouse Solutions. Give them a call on 4257-1930 or over 17223-409. Or Jeff at completews.com.au. I don't know what happened to Jag. He's there. Scoop, they want to know about situation, mate.
I'm sorry, Furman. I am not going to disclose any personal matters on the group, so please quit asking me or you'll be banned from asking for life.
Ooh, banned for asking for life.
Are you going to give him a timeout, Scoop, are you? You're giving him a timeout.
I don't think you've got the power to do that, Scoop, but we'll take it on board and we'll think about it. All right, so
We can, Big Two.
we can for sure. We can for sure. All right, we'll wrap that up for tonight. Thanks for joining us. Canberra Raiders in cold old GIO Stadium. I think we'll
Don't forget Sunday, our big show as well.
That's exactly right. I've got to show this again. Manny Mulhorn, Trinity Tournier, John Fidel are joining us on Sunday for the second half of the NRL review. We'll go through the Dragons team.
That's a bit brutal, that one. That's that deserves a timeout, that one. That's a timeout, that one.
All right. Thurman, we'll stop it there. Manny Mulhall, Trinity Tournier. We'll talk about the Dragons team with the girls, and then we'll go through the rest of the competition when we've talked to the girls about their lead up to the 2026 competition. All right. Again, there's the Dragons team. It's not much changed. Brought Helen Gahu Siganis into the side. So yeah, it's what we've got, and we've got to play, but we've got to play those players. All right. Thanks for joining us. Tell your mum about the show. I think she'll like it. Red V's a part of me. Dragons for life. And as our captain always says, and with everybody saying, come on, Dragons fans! We'll get that right one day.